shown how to deal with fire in the auto shop. Many mechanics are attracted to the auto shop by good pay and the opportunity to work with their hands. It's important for a mechanic to use the proper tool for the job. Using the wrong tool will slow you down, damage your work, and possibly lead to an injury. Always take good care of your tools. Set aside time for cleaning. A clean tool is safer and more efficient to use. Master Mechanic Art Sagren is demonstrating improper technique by pushing the ratchet. This makes his work difficult and dangerous. The correct method is to pull the ratchet toward you. This takes better advantage of your strength and lessens the chance of injury should the ratchet slip. Locate the proper tool and use it correctly. This should help keep the rescue squad out of the auto shop.
No matter what powers a drill, it can be dangerous and should be handled with caution. Electric drills usually have a cord with a 3-prong plug. The third prong provides a connection to ground. This prong is on the plug for your safety and should never be removed. If there are no 3-prong outlets in the shop, use an adapter to convert the plug to 2 prongs.
Never point an air hose toward yourself or another worker. Compressed air can be a big help in the shop, but it can also hurt you. Occasionally, there will be spills in the auto shop. This mechanic is not paying attention to the oil pan by his foot, and as a result, the pan is knocked over. Accidents like this will happen every day. As the oil spreads across the floor, it makes the floor very slippery and increases the chance of a fire in the shop. This is why spills should be cleaned up immediately. Use floor dry to soak up a large oil spill before applying water. Don't wait for an accident before you clean up.
As a mechanic, you'll often work with combustible liquids. These are liquids that burn easily, such as gasoline. This is why mechanics never smoke in the auto shop. In order to prevent a fire, always store combustible liquids in a closed safety container in a cool, well-ventilated area. This mechanic is pouring gasoline into a carburetor. However, since the container is too large, gasoline spills on the engine. Instead, the mechanic should transfer gasoline to a smaller container. Now the gasoline can easily be poured into the carburetor without spilling. Always work carefully with combustible liquids. Never use a drop light that has exposed wires. This light could shock the mechanic or cause a fire in the shop. In order to protect the wire, be careful not to run over it with a car or any heavy equipment.
All extinguishers have a safety key. This key must be pulled before the
Let's review the key points of this program. 1. Know how to use hand tools. A ratchet should never be pushed. Always pull it toward you. 2. When using an electric drill, don't stand in water. Be sure to clean up a water spill before drilling.
Busy mechanic may move from a grinder to a tire machine to an overhead chain fall. The equipment and tools in the auto shop are powerful and dangerous. Even though it may seem as if they were designed for your entertainment, a moment of fun can easily lead to a serious accident. If you'd like to work as a mechanic, learn to act professionally at all times. Clowns don't make it in the auto shop.
To start, a clean, comfortable set of work overalls are ideal. Make sure the sleeves don't extend over your hands or hang too loose. Roll them up if they're too long. To work safely, a mechanic needs to focus attention on the job at hand, not on keeping loose clothing, long hair, or jewelry away from equipment.
When the engine is started, the blade will turn and the mechanic's hood strings could very easily pull him into the spinning blade. Never wear anything that can get caught in equipment. In addition to sleeves, pant legs should also fit properly. As you move around the shop, you can easily trip on pants that are too long. It's also important to protect your feet. Since you'll often be working with heavy metal objects, it's important to wear safety shoes in the auto shop. These shoes have a toe that's reinforced with a steel lining. If a heavy object fell on this mechanic's foot, the reinforced toe would provide protection from serious injury.
An auto shop is a busy place. While you're working in one area, other mechanics are at work throughout the shop. Each worker is concentrating on the job at hand, not on other workers. Some work involves flying metal chips or splashing dangerous liquids. For this reason, a mechanic should always wear safety glasses while working in the auto shop. Your eyes need protection from everything going on in the shop, as well as from your own work. Some of the work in the auto shop involves particles or gases that are dangerous to breathe. The most common danger is carbon monoxide from a running engine. Carbon monoxide can kill you and should be removed by a shop ventilation system. Other procedures also introduce dangerous particles into the air that aren't removed by the shop ventilation system. For example, this mechanic is spray painting. She avoids breathing paint by wearing a breathing mask. Always wear a breathing mask when dust or dangerous material is being spread in the auto shop. If you're uncertain whether a mask is needed, wear one anyway. Don't wait till it's too late.
Now let's review the important points of this program. 1. Avoid horseplay. Clowning around in the auto shop is a sure way to get hurt. 2. Dress properly. Don't let clothing get in the way of your work. 3. Wear safety glasses. You've only got 2 eyes. Make sure you protect them. 4. Keep the floor clean. Auto fluids spilled on the floor can be slippery. Make sure you clean them up. In the last program, you were shown the danger of horseplay in the auto shop and the importance of proper dress. Before you begin lifting, look under the car and locate a proper lifting point. On rear-wheel drive cars, the proper lifting points are the lower control arms, cross member, and rear differential. On these autos, the front wheel cross member remains a reliable lifting point, but the rocker groove along the side is recommended as an alternative. Notice that there is no rear differential on front-wheel drive automobiles. Never place your jack on the gas tank or oil pan. A car should never be lifted at these points. This is done by placing a piece of wood on both sides of either tire that is still in contact with the floor. Now the car won't roll on top of you while you're working. Secondly, you must place the car on safety stands. Never work on a car that is not resting on these stands. Let's take a closer look at this safe practice after a reminder from Master Mechanic Art Sagrin.
Let's review the key points in safely jacking and lifting an automobile. 1. Always make sure your equipment is well serviced. Oil your hydraulic jack wheels so that they can move freely. 2. The jack handle should never be left parallel to the floor. Always put the handle in an upright position. 3. When using a hydraulic jack, never work under a car unless it is resting on safety stands. 4. Know where to locate secure lifting points when using a hydraulic jack or twin post frame contact lift. In the next program, you'll be shown how to work safely with hand